All right. Great Monday to you all. Algebra 2 students. This week you can see we're going to be just kind of finishing up um, section 8.5, adding, subtracting rational expressions. We kind of went through some of these notes a week ago, and last week we were reviewing 8.5. So we're going to turn the page and look at some of the examples on the back of 8.5 here. So you can kind of see down here in my window box, I'm going to be working through a few of these. Looking at number 3, number 4, and number 7. 3, 4, and 7. Got to do this pretty quickly. So if I look at number 3, my least common denominator is going to be a 2 and an x squared. So I'm going to have 2x squared for both of these. It has to be represented within each denominator. So if this is a 2, to get x squared, take it times x squared. 1 times x squared to x squared. X squared to 2x squared, take that times 2. So numerator times 2, so it'd be a 6. So when adding those, I get x squared plus 6 all over 2x squared. Can't really reduce anything through addition and subtraction, so that would be my final answer. Okay, pretty quick. If I look at number 4 changes up just a little bit because I have a denominator that's not factored. So over here on this x squared minus 1, I'm going to go x plus 1 and x minus 1. So now I see that I have an x minus 1 in both, so I'll have to have an x minus 1 in my new denominator. I have an x plus 1 over here, so I also have to have an x plus 1. So both denominators would be x minus 1 and x plus 1. Okay. The new numerators, x minus 1, that's represented, x plus 1 isn't, so I have to take x times x plus 1. My new numerator over here, well, nothing changes, right? So it just stays at 3x. The sign in between is plus. So I have an x times x plus 1, so that would be an x squared plus x. And then I have a plus 3x off to the right-hand side. So before I write my denominator again, I'm going to combine like terms there. So I have x squared plus 4x all over that new LCD of x minus 1 times the quantity of x plus 1. Now we could factor that a little bit further if we wanted to, but I'm fine with that final answer. So x squared plus 4x all over my LCD. And the last one of the notes that I was going to go through, number 7. So number 7, unfortunately, number 7, we don't have anything in common in number 7. I have to have an x plus 3 to satisfy the first denominator. I have to have an x plus 2 to satisfy the second denominator. So when I subtract, that will be my LCD, x plus 3 and x plus 2. Okay. So to go from x plus 3 to the LCD, I took that times x plus 2. So I'm actually going to distribute that when I put it down here. Okay. So I'm going to have x times x is x squared plus x times 2 is 2x. And then I have a minus here. To go from x plus 2 to x plus to my LCD, I had to take that times x plus 3. Now, real quick here, you're not just distributing a 6, it's a minus 6, right? So I have to distribute a negative 6 to that quantity. So when I do that, remember the minus here. Okay, so a negative and negative, that's going to become a positive. So I'll go plus, and then I'm going to distribute that negative. So negative 6x and negative 18. You had to distribute that negative, and then it becomes a positive. So my LCD, x plus 3 and x plus 2. And then start combining some like terms. I see an x squared. I see a 2x and a negative 6x, which would be negative 4x, and then minus 18. Okay. And then that's it. That's your final answer. Okay. So what we could do then is we could go into 8.5 day 2 worksheet. Okay. I gave you, I think, a problem or two on math space, but then we can also look at numbers 5, 6, and 7 if we'd like. And we can come back on Wednesday and look at these as well. But number 5, it has a least common denominator of 3x plus 1, so that's pretty basic. I think you could do that. Number 6, a little bit more complicated. You got to do a little factoring here. But I think that factor is pretty basic for you. When you get into number 7, you can definitely do it. Okay. We just need to get a least common denominator. So we're going to come back on Wednesday and go through those. Hey, you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll see all of you on Wednesday.